Get on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. So I'm taking a shower. Fortunately, in the snow, he went. I figured we're supposed to get a good amount of snow. I just woke up. He woke. I was good girl last night. I went to bed a few minutes after 1. He woke me up like at 2:30. Then again at 5. So at 5, I tricked him. I'm not feeding him that early. I tricked him. I gave him a tiny bit of food. He doesn't know any better. He doesn't know. He just wants the food. So I gave him a tiny bit. We went back to bed until 8, and then I fed him the rest. I'm going to fast today. I've been eating too much. I think today's a good day to fast. First thing I'm going to do is take a shower. I don't want to be, just in case we lose electricity or something, which is a possibility. We're getting heavy, wet snow. Oh. Right, Omars? I'm very glad to say he went poo-poo, though. There's still some, it's coming down fast, it's heavy, but there's still, we found under a tree like a spotch of little, this little spot of non-snow grass, and he went. So I wanted him to go to get it out of the way, because later on, there's going to be a lot more snow on the ground. So I have good news. It's not that my mom's getting out. That's not the good news. But, I don't know what was going on with her church friend, but I told you what happened. First, she doesn't leave me a message. Now she's saying she didn't have my phone number. I'm like, you called my number, you should leave a message, and it says my voice. How can you say you don't have my phone number? But obviously, probably she didn't write it down. She called it back. I don't know what happened. And then that would have been fine, but if my mom had said, oh yeah, call so-and-so, but no, my mom's like, she won't talk to me, and she hung up, so that wasn't true. I couldn't imagine it being true. I told you. Church woman just doesn't act that way, so fortunately, it was a complete just whatever. And we're going to go visit my mom. Obviously not today. Ha ha ha. We are going to go visit her, though. I won't have to pay him for a taxi. I get to go with somebody, It'll be very nice. Nicer than the alternative. Talked to Joe for 3 hours last night. It was almost time for Real Sex 17 to come on, but I had to pee-pee anyway. And he has to go to bed. He has to get up to go to work, I'm sure he was just happy to see me. We didn't talk about my mom at all. We talked about him and his job and this, that, whatever. Which is fine. I didn't want to talk about my mom. There's no point unless something, hopefully nothing horrible will happen. Unless something horrible happens, there's nothing to talk about. She's in there again. And she's out of the country. And then he's like, God, this seems to happen. I said, I know. It happened 2 years ago at exactly this time. Your mom seems to get sick when your aunt's going, well, my mom was worried about that, but you know how that goes. I had told her, I told you, I'm not going to mince words with my mother. Not when she's bombarding me with everything on the news and acting like it's the most shocking thing when nothing is shocking, okay? Nothing anymore is shocking. Why does she have to go? I'm sorry, but I could get killed walking down the street. I could get hit by a car. Okay? Do I think about that when I'm walking down the street? Yep. I do. Doesn't stop me from walking down the street. Auntie wants her vacation. She works hard. She's going on vacation, and that's that, Mom. End of story. I always hope nothing's going to happen. I really hate, I try not to, sometimes I have to, but usually not. I always face the traffic. I hate not facing the traffic, especially since I walk with a Walkman in my ear, and, you know, I don't know, I guess if I'm facing the traffic, if I could see ahead of time an out-of-control car coming straight towards me and jump away, you know. Not facing the traffic, it's like anyone could just come up right behind me. That's the risk I take. I'm just making a point. I think it's just coincidence. In the end, I don't know why my mom got sick again. I just know that it's ridiculous to say it was my fault. It was not my fault. And I do know she was not taking her afternoon med. Either accidentally or on purpose, one or the other. She doesn't like taking anything during the day because she feels like it dopes her out, and she said so. And I have only gone by trust. Did you take your afternoon pill? Yep, okay. Most of the time she's not around, which is good. She goes to that place, she goes to meetings, she goes to appointments, whatever, but a lot of times she's not around. So I have to go by trust whether she's taking her afternoon pill or not. So maybe it would be best for her not to have an afternoon pill, but I guess that's supposed to keep her stabilized. But to them, stabilized to her is dopey, and she said it to me before, so I don't know. Told you that world of psychiatric medication, it's just, people are human guinea pigs. It's just trial and error. It's just whatever. You know, they don't know. There's no way they could know. You can't use a man-made chemical to treat. We're consciousness, our thoughts and whatnot, you know, but so it's a good news, huh? I get to do what I originally hoped to do. It's just, I get to go and visit my mom with a church friend. I don't have to call a taxi and call a taxi back and pay hundreds of dollars and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The other good news is I cleaned up my mom's room, found her checkbook so I can pay the bills, found her friend's number so she could talk to him. Speaking of that, I need to give her his number again because I don't know if I give the correct one, and plus she loses everything. Plus, when I called him at that, I said, will you please call my mom right now? Here's the number. He said he would. I don't think she's, from what I got from a message, I don't think she's talked to him. I don't know. We always have to bear in mind that they're all mentally ill, okay? So you went poo-poo, good boy. Good boy. Now you won't have to be in the crate while you went tons of pee-pee, you went poo-poo. It's the most important thing. Now you want to be in the crate while Mama takes a shower. Mama wants to take a shower just in case. I need to take a shower anyway, but just in case electricity goes out. I mean, electricity can go out, you know. Remember that time? Our electricity went out for 3 hours and had nothing to do. It wasn't even winter anymore. It was nothing. You know, shit happens. But shit's more likely to happen when it's heavy, wet snow. And that's what it is all across the region. It's heavy, wet snow. Heavy, wet snow gets on power lines and it can cause outages. that's about it. I watched about 6:17 last night. Joe actually was whining and dancing. He had to go, and then he thought at the last minute to ask me about my mom, because he wished he should just at least ask, you know. So then that took time, and then I had no idea what time it was. I ran over here, and like, oh shit, my real sex is on in a few minutes. I've been talking to Joe for like almost just about 3 hours. I called him a few minutes after 8. I'm like, gotta go. I had to cut him off mid-sentence, because there's always, there's never any lulls in our conversation. He does most of the talking, which is fine with me. Fine with me. And I already talked to my YouTube. Not for 3 hours. I don't talk to anybody but Joe for 3 hours. 5 hours, whatever the case may be. He's had experiences with what he thinks are spiritual, like ghosts or whatever. And he asked me if I have. I'm like, no, and I don't want to. I'm thankful that I haven't any experiences like that. My dog thought he had experiences like that too. In the end, when it happens when you're sleeping, I'm sorry, but our minds are very, very powerful. A long time ago, I've had dreams of being hurt, really, really intense dreams where like evil demons are pinching me. I don't know if I've ever had it, but they weren't pleasant dreams, like hurting me. I may have even had them when they were raping me. I don't know, but I know definitely 100% pinching me, like hurting me, and it was really, really awful, and I couldn't wake up. But our minds are very powerful, and if he can think. I'm sorry, but him telling me he knows that something was strangling him in his sleep. Well, I mean, a spirit was strangling. Well, you know what? You can think that you are awake when you have really had what's called a false awakening. And I've had plenty of those too. I used to do a lot of lucid dreaming and whatnot. You think you wake up, and it looks like you've woken up or whatever. No, you're still in a dream. You think you've woken up from a nightmare or whatnot. So I take what Joe says with a grain of salt. And he's like, well, maybe my house is haunted. I'm like, well, since I was staying there alone every friggin' day while you were at work, I'm glad that, all this shit wasn't happening before. You didn't tell me all about all this shit before I stayed with you. And then he already told me. I was staying with him. He's leaving all day, okay? It doesn't matter to me if it's late out. I'm still alone in his house. And he tells me about the stupid black-eyed children. Don't answer the door, or if anyone comes to the door, especially, I don't want to hear it. Then he mentioned the black-eyed children again. Like, Joe, I don't want to hear about the black-eyed children. I don't want to hear about anything scary that's happened to you, okay? I don't like it anyway. And he's like, did you ever see The Wicker Man? He knows I don't like scary stuff, but he likes scary stuff. Did you ever see The Wicker? I'm like, was that with Nicolas Cage? Or something? I don't know. He's like, no, that's an old movie with Britt Eklund. I thought there was something like that with Nicolas Cage. I thought it was the same damn name. Maybe it was redone. I don't know. It's a remake of it. So I'm going to fast today. I'm going to go on that Anne Louise Christmas cleanse. I'm up early. I slept. Today will be a good day to fast, where I'm actually up. Because when I try to fast when I've stayed up all night, then I'm not really getting the benefit. I'm not drinking all the drink I'm supposed to drink because I'm asleep during the day. So I know it would be a good day to clean, to fast and to clean. And no, it's never ever good to pig out the way I've been doing lately and then do something drastic like fast to nip it in the bud and get rid. But so what? I shouldn't have done the pigging out lately to begin with. See? So that's what I did, and now I'm going to fast to try to do some damage control. But I've never fasted for more than 3 days. That's the plan. Good news about church friend, huh? I think so. On my end, it's good news. My mom calls and leaves a message, like she did last night. I was doing something else, and I had my phone in here, but she fills up the whole thing and does nothing but babble nonsense for my entire thing until it cuts off. So I guess that's it. Till we meet again.